Hey YouTube, how you doing? Neil Fox here. It's been a cold gray morning, cold waves, hot shower. My hair is dry at this point because I keep doing this webcam over and over again, trying to squeeze the information in right and to get it right and still be spontaneous with it. For those of you who don't know me, I'm the creator of the Lucifer series, the voice for Lucifer on those videos. And I am posting this video with Lucifer's Bible Studies 3, where I talk about the book of Genesis and a discussion I got into on the comments page for Bible Studies 2. And I did not really want to do that video without saying something about Bereshit itself, which is the first book of the Tanakh, the Hebrew Bible, condescendingly known as the Old Testament by Christians. Bereshit is what we call Genesis. It begins with the word Bereshit, which means beginning, as in the beginning. I had a great day the other day meditating on Bereshit in a walking meditation because I had been doing Bible Studies 3. And it opened up a dream channel for me. It's not why you do those things. You don't contemplate those words to open up a dream channel, because if you're deliberately trying to make it do that, you will distort the process. The great benefit, conscious benefit, is that your mind is going to wander in meditation, and focusing on these words brings your mind into alignment with the here and now. It gives your analytical mind something to do. Okay? Nothing's more important than being absolutely present. All your sensations present in the here and now. Okay, that is what this is all about. The Zen and Tao of consciousness totally emphasizes this, as well he should. Okay, it's an ancient knowledge. The word Bereshit is studied as a form of gematria, which just means studying the equivalence of Hebrew letters with their numbers, or any alphabet with numerical equivalence. In the system that the Lucifer series uses, you start with Beit and then progress from one letter to the next to the end to Tav, and how you get to from Beit to Tav is the meaning of the word. And it's different from Crowley, who likes to add up the numbers and then make meaning from that. That is problematical. Someone inadvertently dropped me a clue about Crowley that I'd long suspected. He did this. He wanted to talk about the temple. He wanted to talk about a lot of things. It was interesting. He seemed to think that my spelling of the word Baal was my own invention. It's not. It's the standard Hebrew spelling of Baal. And that's something I'm sure Crowley was perfectly aware of. But it was, it was interesting. Bereshit, the way we do it on our corner, poses the question of how is it that existence can exist. And I think that should be something that everyone should contemplate. The entire congregation, as well as your outer, as well as the formal coven, of the outer circle, the middle circle, and the inmost center, which is three people, the three mothers. Probably nowadays you'd call them the three priests. So it's, neither male nor female. Bereshit really opens door. You could spend your whole life just contemplating Bereshit and not know anything else about Kabbalah, and you're getting the whole thing right there. Okay, it should really be emphasized, and I'm glad to have had that reminder when I was doing that video, and to have that door open and say, look, it can be just this simple, and this keeps the beginners in it, and the intermediate people, and the advanced, and they all share in Bereshit. Okay? The emphasis in Kabbalah is usually the tree of life. For me, the tree of life diagram is satisfied in actual experience by taking a class in Kundalini and making that your practice and becoming sensitive to those energies. For all intents and purposes, the tree of life is your central nervous system. It's your mind. It's the rising of the serpent fire. That's the metaphor in the East. It's my metaphor. And that's what you need. Now, I do study the tree of life in a more dry, theoretical way to understand Nostradamus. Okay, this is the Essential Nostradamus by Richard Smoley. Someone asked me about what I read about Nostradamus. This is the book about Nostradamus. And get this, Smoley, who used to be the editor for Gnosis magazine, he is a Nostradamus skeptic. Okay? Doesn't matter. He knows more about Nostradamus than anybody. And Nostradamus' use of language. Okay? He doesn't understand or accept that the quatrains are about the tree of life, so he's missing a lot of things on that score. But he's not missing anything in a scholarly sense. And unless you've got your scholarly trip down pat with Nostradamus, you're not in the running. Okay, let me make that very clear. The Lucifer series aims to be able to have a respectable showing in any university lecture hall in this age or any other. And that means you stand eyeball to eyeball with someone like this, and you respect what they have to say, even if you have a disagreement. And Smoley and I do disagree. So much for the tree of life. Study Kundalini, forget the tree of life. Okay? And it's something you can reach out with other people, your other brothers and sisters who are, strictly about Kundalini, and get out of the house, talk to them a little. The only other thing I'd like to say about Kabbalah and Bereshit, the book of Bereshit, is that in it the patriarch Jacob wrestles with an angel and gets renamed Israel, which means fights God. I'd like to clarify a little bit about that, because the whole objective of Kabbalah is to fight God. Okay? Sounds weird, huh? For the belief in God was central to Judean cultural and social and religious conditioning. So if you're going to overcome your conditioning, you're going to overcome this idea of God being a jealous, wrathful monster, and see beyond the monster to all that is, all and everything. Brahman, Ta, the ineffable, Yod-He, Vav-He, transliterated into Latin letters YHVH. Okay? And with Beelzebub, for a modern person, the fights God concept, which is a big secret among some Judeans. He didn't go circulating this with ordinary people, but often secret meeting quietly and in private, it was about fighting God, okay? God as a monster, to true God as the infinite. Now, in Beelzebub, you achieve the same purpose, but you're openly countering all of your conditioning. It's not just God. And the Judeans, the God concept was so central to their conditioning that fighting God encapsulated that idea. Okay, for a modern person, you're countering your conditioning by society, by family, by loved ones, by the peer group, by everybody. Okay, you're countering the whole ball of wax. Now, you're going to always overcome your conditioning in an absolute sense. I don't believe so. I don't believe Gurdjieff did that. I don't care that Gurdjieff ever did that in any absolute sense. Relatively, you strive to do that, okay? Just like you strive to get rid of all the cholesterol in your body. Now, if you got rid of all the cholesterol, you'd probably die because you need cholesterol. But you exercise, act, and work and strive toward getting rid of all your, as if you're trying to get rid of all your cholesterol, because, you never will, but what minimum you have is probably good for you. All right. So I'll leave it at that. As far as this, there's one really interesting guy wanted to talk to me about Crowley's spelling of Babylon. I don't have time to get into that at all, except to say if the B-A-L in that spelling does mean Baal, then Crowley, it's proof positive that Crowley knew how Hebrews spelled Baal. It's just transliterates Beit, Ain, and Lamed into B-A-L with a hard A sound. That's how you spell Baal in Hebrew. Okay, didn't make it up. Crowley's spelling of Babylon is the Enochian spelling. He's doing things with that, and well, I could go on and on. It's a Greek word, really. Babylon, the real Babylon, the way it's spelled. Well, never mind. Gotta stop this, or it's going to go over the time limit. Peace. Good luck fighting God.